Just like any other agricultural industry, we have some workforce challenges in the sugarcane industry that we're trying to solve. So we've compiled some interviews of employers and employees to share with you what they feel about the industry. We hope that it helps with your decision-making process towards your career.
I've worked in this industry it's 4.5 years. I'm going on 5 years, and it's really been a very interesting road. I love every bit of it.
Knowledge Champagne, milling superintendent. It'll be 42 years in around May. But basically, I'm in charge of the mills themselves.
I work in the industry for 26 years. This is my second season over here. But every day we come in 6 to 4:30, and what we're doing right now is tearing the mill down so we could go through it and get it ready for the season coming up.
I've been in the industry for 10 years now. My role is pretty much everything. Anything that pretty much anybody asks, I pretty much try to do. My main job is to keep the pits going.
Right now, my role in the factory is I'm working on the boiler rooms. Before that, I was working on the mill floor where I was running the control room over there. So I was just watching, make sure the cane was going well, everything was running nice and smoothly.
The camaraderie it's pretty good in the factory. You know, everybody's willing to help you out. We got great communication with our employees. We look to help each other out. If there's ever a problem, we let somebody know, and we all put our heads together and try to solve that problem.
Everyone was very helpful in just teaching me on how it was and the bare basics of it. And as you get through it all the time, that's when, like, okay, this is my job here. These are people I work with. I can get along with them. You know, it's always nice to be reassured in that.
Everybody wanna make it better. Everybody hoping that it could stay open, we could continue and get bigger and better and make it easy for not for me, but for the next person, you know.
Your teammate, so to speak, is relying on the proficiency of what you came to do and how you take responsibility for your actions. That's going to build trust. And when that happens, people just start meshing together. And before you know it, you go from having a coworker to a friend to a family member.
Around here, it's like a big family, man. Everybody gets together well. Everybody knows each other, just like a small town.
In this industry, in this sugar house, we have a certain type of respect and a certain type of love for each other.
When I first got out of high school and when we started on the job, I was very questionative about how things operate, how you get to where you want to be. And I didn't even know what that position was at that point. But I just followed with a worker. He took his time and he showed me. It's simple. You just take your time. You can't rush and panic. And I kind of learned from his morale he carried with himself how to kind of take your time and think through the work we have over here.
Well, they only have to do is just apply, come, have a willing mind. Don't worry about nothing that you don't know. Get with the right person, act like you want to know, and we're going to teach you, and they're going to get in your system, and you're going to be all right, you know. You just got to be here to do it, and you got to come every day, you know, and it's never a no. Yeah, if we need you to do something, yes, and that's how you learn. We're going to give you the hardest part, you know, we're going to give you the part that we don't want. You know, and that's how you learn. That's how we figure you good. That's when we see a young person, or he gonna make it because, you know, he got a willing mind. And so that's all you gotta have, a willing mind. And the oldest guy will teach you and show you how the ropes go. If a new guy come in and they're working on sidemen, I got to take care of you because you don't know. I got to make sure safety comes first. I got to make sure you out the way. I got to let you know what's coming overhead. So I am your protection because you don't know. And so, you know, that's the bottom line.
There's one guy that started off here. He was a cleaner at the end of the cane carrier, and his job was just to clean the cane around it. He's running a shift now. He was a hard worker, took instruction well, willing to learn. We like to say he was hungry for it. He wanted that, you know, he wanted to be something here.
When you look outside, you know, you see all the smoke and stuff like that for grind season, you think, oh man, what's going on in here? And as you step inside, you know, all the big equipment that you see, you know, people moving around because they know what tasks they need to do. At first day on the job, you're like, this is kind of intimidating. What do you do here? But like after like understanding what each of these machines do, you know what I mean, what the concept of it all is, it's like, all right, so that's what that does. It's not big, it's not scary anymore. Once you actually know what it does, it's fairly simplistic.
Currently right now, I got a trainee with me that he's asking questions, and that just boosts my confidence even more to show him things that I know already to where he can start building himself up.
But yeah, for new people, yeah, just be open-minded, be willing to work. Yeah, you will get dirty, so yeah. Be prepared to have fun. If you're with me, you will have fun. That's for sure.
And it started coming to your mind. It starts flowing after a while. You know it has to be done, and you try to get it done the fastest that you can and move on to whatever else you need to get the mill ready for grinding. It was a challenge at first because you thought to yourself, man, I'll never be able to grasp all of this knowledge and what plays into this and everything else. But eventually it comes with over time, and you start building confidence in yourself. You start being strong. You know that you know something about this place, you know, and it interests every part of me. I gotta admit it.
We're a big company, but we're also a small company. So we have the ability to be a little more personable with our employees. We can be, you know, on a personal level. We can relate to them back and forth, and I mean, you know, just try to help them out in times of need.
It's always something different, and I just love running equipment. You know, around the sugar industry, you're going to run a lot of big equipment, and it keeps your day busy. It's always something new to learn.
I think the best part about working here is the people. They'll always help you out if you're not familiar with anything. You know, they're all very patient with you.
Well, for my skill and my knowledge, for the time that I started at different other places, and how I learned and how I could come and take my skills and help this factory too. And that's how they pay me fair. And I don't have to ask for nothing because they see exactly what I do and they give me exactly what I'm qualified for. So it's fair, they treat me fair. You ain't got to beg for nothing, you know. Whatever they have to offer, I get it.
In the sugar industry, there's always room for moving up. You know, a lot of older guys are moving out, so they need newcomers to step up, and it's a good way to make more money. You know, the more you climb, the more you're gonna make.
But for this kind of industry, everything's like a challenge. You take things in stride. Every day there's a goal to be met, whether it's during grinding or it's on repair season. And for me, it's just I watch the process unfold and how you can fine-tune your purities and everything else to make a better product for your refinery. And you actually shine after a while once you get your production correct.
It's something different every day. It's never the same thing. You know, you're always in different locations, and I stuck to one place, and it's a steady job, man.
12 to 14 hours, man, I'm good. It's wonderful. It's always something to do, and that makes time fly.
Experience is not always a prerequisite. Someone's willing to learn. We have the knowledge and expertise here to train someone into a role.
Just somebody willing to learn. You know, they may not know anything about this industry, but we have guys here willing to teach. So really just anybody willing to learn.
We a teacher. We could teach you something, you know. You just have to want to learn it. You have to want to be here. You got to take the good, the bad. You got to get dirty, you know. And you got to be here every day to learn.
Pretty much, I don't think you need not too much skills you would need. It's just about you wanting to learn. Yeah, wanting to learn, man, be patient, very patient. You have to be patient.
So I'm very pleased with the way I came. The company has treated me very well. I've never had a complaint.
There's a lot of long hours, but in those long hours, you're able to make a lot of money and a very good living around here. You know, so it's a steady job and a good living. Yeah, when you love your job, you know, you love what you do, you don't mind coming to work.
I'd been through the oil field thing once. You have a job today, tomorrow you have no job. You know, the oil field, the money's good, but it might not be there tomorrow. Sugar's been here for 200 years. Every day is challenging. There's always something new. Even though we, you know, like on the mill, it's pretty routine. put it together, you grind cane, you finish, you tear it apart, you go through everything, you put it back together, but still after 40 years, still running across situations that I've never seen before. And that, I like that.
I'm very, very happy. I think that I've been blessed from the very beginning in my early years. I don't think it could be any better for me.
A guy called me to want to know if I wanted a job, and I said yes, and got into the sugar mill business, and right out of high school, and liked it, and kept on going, better and better. So, it's a blessing that I'm still doing this,